So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I'd like for you to help me welcome the graduating class of 2015.
Good evening. Welcome to the graduation of the class of 2015. They've done an excellent job. Before we begin tonight, I would just like to introduce myself. I'm Tracy Sorrentino, the principal, and I am honored to be here tonight to graduate your students. I would like to take a moment to recognize our honored teachers and our faculty and staff and thank them for all their hard work this year with our students. And I'd like to welcome our chorus members for the Star Spangled Banner. At this time, if you could stand for our Star Spangled Banner. Go ahead. Thank you very much to our NJROTC Color Guard, as always, and our senior chorus members. At this time, I would like to introduce those joining me up here. We have our Board of Education, Mr. Andrew Warren, President, Mr. John Perino, Vice President, Paula Blumenau, Edwin Estrada, Linda Knapp, Lou Pierre, Rose Tobiasen, and John Williams. District Administration, Dr. Kenneth Eastwood, Superintendent of Schools, Elizabeth McKean, Assistant Superintendent for Administration, Richard Del Moro, Assistant Superintendent for Instruction, Thomas Scott, Superintendent of Buildings and Grounds, Michael Tuttle, Director of Technology, Linda Bratt, Coordinator of ESL Bilingual Programs, and that was the district. Now for MHS. Mrs. Magdalene Radovich, Instructional Leader for Humanities, Mr. Alfred Romano, Instructional Leader for STEM. Ms. Terry Lynn Cohen, Instructional Leader for Special Education. Our deans, Dr. Hans Siebold, Mr. Dwayne Whitaker, and Mrs. Lauren Durr. At this time, I would like to welcome Mrs. Blumenau to the podium for the introduction of the class of 1965.
Good evening. Today I have the honor of welcoming our Golden Grads, the Middletown High School class of 1965. They're joining us today from 20 states, from New York to California, so we're so glad to have you. This is significant for me for two reasons. First, I'm a parent of a graduate of the class of 2015. I also happen to have been born in 1965, which makes me golden as well. MHS class of 65 produced military personnel, doctors, lawyers, teachers, travel agents, veterinarians, a Middletown mayor, a town of Mamakating supervisor, and I hear there are several musicians here as well. Golden Grads, in 1965, our country was at war with Vietnam. Some of your classmates left school early to join that effort. Some protested that effort. Some went on to college, and some stayed right here in Middletown and built family businesses that are still here today. There are 13 couples from this class that married. In 1965, our country was fighting for civil rights. Martin Luther King led the March for Civil Rights from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. Malcolm X was murdered. The Voting Rights Act was signed by Lyndon Johnson, guaranteeing African Americans the right to vote. In 1965, cigarettes became dangerous, and warnings about the health risks became evident. The average cost of a new house was about $13,600, and the average income was about $6,600. If you wanted to buy a new car, that would set you back about $2,600. And to fill that tank, it was 31 cents a gallon. You went to the movies at the Paramount. You might have seen Dr. Zhivago, The Sound of Music, or What's New Pussycat. You were listening to Sonny and Cher's first hit, I Got You, Babe, on the radio, along with Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone, and singing along to Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. You were probably slow dancing to Unchained Melody, and you lost that lovin' feeling. The class of 65 was the first class to use the Veraldi building, which is now our Middletown High School. At the time, it was 7th to 9th grade. They then went on to the Twin Towers School, which was the high school at the time, for 10th through 12th grade. There were no computers. While writing a term paper, they did their research using the books and periodicals in the library. And although there were calculators, they were not allowed to use them in class. They learned how to sign their name in cursive, just in case they had to sign a legal document one day. The bell game was played on Thanksgiving Day at Wilson Field. We won that year. And as part of the celebration, there was a bonfire and a pep rally the night before where they burned a dummy dressed like a port player in effigy. When I learned that I was going to be addressing the Golden Grads, I asked my son Seth, where do you think you'll be in 50 years? He had a perplexed look on his face, and I could see him thinking. It took a minute. Finally, he answered. He said, well, I'll be 68 years old, so I'll probably be a retired lawyer. I thought it interesting that his first response about where he saw himself in 50 years was career-related. That's it. He didn't refer to himself as happy or fulfilled. He had no idea if he had faced challenges along the way, if his path was straight, or if he had made some wrong turns, or if he had experienced failures or successes. He is 18, after all. He's living in his incredible moment, just as you were in 1965. As you go on to celebrate this golden weekend with your friends from high school, take some time to think back to who you were before you had to think about where you were going, who you were going to be. Before your path started to turn, before the challenges of life started to alter who you were. Before your successes and failures made you think before you acted. Before your victories and losses made you think about what you had to do more than what you wanted to do. Think about a time when you didn't worry about what was going to happen next. Have a great weekend together. Congratulations, class of 1965, and thank you for sharing this golden moment with the Middletown class of 2015.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Linda Knapp to the stage for the presentation of the Martin DeLugatz Award.
Anybody see a dozen roses? Literally. Good evening. I am pleased to present the Marty DeLugatz Award to this year's honoree. This award was established in the 1980s to present to a local citizen that demonstrated devotion to our school district community. This person exemplifies Midi pride. I became involved in the Middletown track program in 2005, and through the years have worked beside and gotten to know this individual extremely well. I was looking for these. I'm sorry, Les. Okay. She has for many years worked tirelessly and been community-minded with our track team, their families, and our school district. Behind the scenes, she goes above and beyond, never asking for anything in return. She's always a trooper and jumps in to help when I ask her to do the craziest things. She is known to many of our students, athletes, as our track mom. Our 2015 Marty DeLugatz Award goes to Sandra Hipsman. The award states in appreciation of your volunteer efforts on behalf of the community and students of the enlarged city school district.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Pastor John Williams for our recognition of service.
Good afternoon, good evening. It's my profound privilege to recognize a group of individuals who have stood in the gap for us. It's my profound privilege to recognize those that have given service in the military. I'd first like to ask all of those that are in our audience, parents, grandparents, friends, family, that have ever given service in any branch of the military to stand at this time. Join me in giving them thanks. Secondly, I'd like to ask those members of the class of 2015 who are moving after graduation into military service to stand at this time. I do want to make recognition that one of our students, Jacob Moody, has already left for service. So let's give a hand for Jacob this time. We want to congratulate each and every one of you that is moving into the next stage of your life. As you move into military service, as you move into the next dimension of your life, we want to wish you the best in every endeavor that you have. It's my profound privilege to honor you at this time. You are taking a service that many of us have not taken, and we appreciate what you are about to do and what you shall accomplish. So we want to wish you Godspeed, God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Ms. Ashley Guattari to the podium.
Welcome, Dr. Eastwood, Board of Education, District and High School Administration, teachers and staff, parents, guests, and graduates, to the graduation of the Middletown High School class of 2015. Well, guys, we did it. We survived through 4 strenuous years, although some of us took a little longer than others. We survived all of the tests, the academic, the social, the mental, and of course the emotional. And I know a lot of us thought about dropping out at least once. Most of us thought about it more than that. But you didn't. Instead, you chose to study for that extra hour, finally turn in that term paper, or do that extra credit. And now here you are with 460 other people, and your family and your best friends. And I hope you have never felt more happy and grateful than you do right now. Happy because you're done waking up at 5 in the morning to get ready. Happy because you can go out and make your own life dictated by your own choices, although you might not get the adrenaline rush from breaking the rules. Happy because there's at least one person who's graduating with you right now that you don't like, and you might never have to see them again. Happy because you finally made it to the big leagues. And I hope you're grateful as well as happy because you put in your work and are finally seeing it pay off. Grateful because you were given an opportunity to be a role model for the underclassmen, and the results aren't half bad. Grateful because somebody supported you and pushed you to graduate. Remember to thank that person after the ceremony, because none of us realize it now. But without them, we would be permanently flipping burgers. On that note, congratulations, graduates, and never forget the words of our good friend Drake. Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Ms. Tatiana Montalvo to the podium.
Hey. Wow, look at this crowd. Hello. Good evening, graduates, families, friends, administration, and everyone else who is attending this special event tonight. I forewarn you of my awkward laughter during the speech, and I will try my best not to cry on this podium before you. When I received the letter to give the commencement speech, I was so excited, since this was something I wanted to do for the past 4 years. I started writing immediately, which is rare for me. I have a procrastination problem. I had a lot of trouble figuring out what I was going to say within these 5 minutes. I've experienced so much with my classmates and teachers during my time here,
and try and explain all the emotions while attempting not to bore the audience seemed like a big task to me. Excuse me. So I figured I'll start with one simple statement. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting in front of you is one of the best graduating classes Middletown High School has ever had. Although I may sound biased, I completely stand by my statement. Our senior class has rose against all the cliche high school themes that people deem normal. We are not High School Musical. We do not have a status quo that we stick to. Some of us were born and raised in Middletown, while others have moved into the district later on. But we all adapted and became one family. Throughout high school, we've all had to deal with issues that seem like they were the end of the world. But, to sound cheesy, our world is just beginning. Several of us are going off to college to pursue careers that we always dreamed of having. Others are going straight into the workforce. Many more are putting on a uniform to help defend our beloved country. And some have sorry, you could clap for them, yes. Others have no idea what they're going to do, and that is completely okay too. This is the time when we decide what truly matters most to us and how we want to leave our impact on the world. All of us are capable of making a difference, and when we put our minds to it, change will come. Flip my page. Seniors, look at the people sitting left and right of you. Maybe that person will become a billionaire. Maybe the other will have a loving family which they adore. No one knows where we're going to be years from now, but I want us to look back at the memories we have made with each other so that we all will have something that will connect us. It can be said that we are the class of many firsts and lasts. We were the first class to not be presented with these lavish Chromebooks that our underclassmen have received. And no, we are not salty about that. We are the last class to have the honor of working with some of the most dedicated educators in Orange County. Mrs. Thompson, Mrs. Ferguson, just to name a few. We were the first class to have the most unique superlatives, which range from having the best shoe game to the fleekest eyebrows. Our varsity football team held their first winning season in 11 years. Starting it off with a nail-biting bell game, which will forever be known as the Midi Miracle. This Midi Miracle will now become the Midi Expectation. We are constantly the underdogs, and we're going to show the world that people from Middletown can achieve and do great things. A wise man once told several of us that we are not special. We are not as important as we think we are. After hearing this advice repeated constantly over the years from Mr. Billy Donahue, I started to think. Although these may seem like ludicrous comments, I believe they serve to teach us a lesson. After high school, we can finally find our identities. We get the chance to transition into our future selves. Seniors, we need to make ourselves significant in the world because no one will do it for us. One thing I learned from my coaches is that perseverance is the key to winning at everything you do. If you have the will to succeed and keep pushing for it, eventually success will come. This mentality will help you keep moving forward. Graduates, you all know I believe in you. Your families, your teachers, your friends, they all believe in you and wish nothing but the best for your futures. I know we all have it in us to do great things. Whether you drop the hottest mixtape of 2015 or find a cure to the latest disease, we all have the capability to leave a legacy, but hopefully it's the latter of the two. I would like to thank everyone who has helped me get to where I am today. A special shout out to my mom, my family, and all of my closest friends. I am who I am because of you guys, and I'm forever grateful. Middletown High School will always have a special place in our hearts. This was our home for the past 4 years, and our chapter here is now over. Seniors, regardless if after today you stay in Middletown or travel across the world, the people sitting next to you will forever have a common bond that connects all of us. Everyone remember, once a Midi, always a Midi. Class of 2015, we made it. Yay. All right.
That's okay, babe. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Carrie Luba and Jenny Lynn Natal, Senior Class Advisors, with the presentation of the gift.
Good evening. To help us with the presentation of this year's senior class gift, we'd like to call up the senior class officers, President Lindsey Brown, Vice President Terenia Leon, Treasurer Hanya Chagoya, and Secretary Megan Coviello.
Every year, the graduating class gives a gift of remembrance to the school and recognition of the memories that have taken place during the past 4 years. We decided to change it up a bit this year. Instead of giving the standard bench or plaque that will have minimal purpose and just collect dust, Senior Council came up with the idea of creating a special type of fund in order to financially benefit the students of next year's senior class. This fund will be used to help certain students who aren't able to pay for certain senior luxuries, such as prom, the senior trip, or buying senior shirts. Specifically, setting money aside in order to benefit fellow peers is something that will have a bigger impact when it comes to helping the community.
We also decided to continue a tradition that has taken place for the past 3 years. As every peer, parent, friend, and coach enter the stadium, they can see how the class of 2015 was successful and where they are going to continue the success in college. These banners giving extra inspiration to all the future MHS graduates. So please take a moment when leaving the stadium tonight to view the banners and the future endeavors of your 2015 graduates.
Thank you very much, advisors and senior class officers. At this time, I'd like to welcome our senior chorus members again for a musical presentation, I Lived. Thank you again on an excellent job, senior chorus members. At this time, it is my extreme pleasure and honor to welcome Dr. Kenneth Eastwood to the podium for his remarks.
Before I start, when I was watching the chorus sing and I look out at the facilities that are here and the opportunities that have been afforded to our students over time, a lot of that has to do with the support of our community, and we thank you for that. Thank you very much. But in addition to that, it also takes somebody, for a better term, to be a financial wizard that guides our school district into what has become one of the strongest financial portfolios for a school district in this state. That individual today I'd like to recognize because she'll be retiring in a few months, Betsy McKean. Please stand. Thank you very much. Well, 13 years of hard work, and here you are today graduating from Middletown High School. Congratulations. There's a saying that goes that everything we need to learn, we learned in kindergarten. And to think, that was 13 years ago. Now, my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Herzog, might not necessarily agree with that statement in my case, but many of the social skills, like sharing everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your mess, don't take things that aren't yours, say you're sorry when you hurt somebody, wash your hands before you eat, and oh yes, flush. Those clearly were the tenets for instruction in kindergarten. I also remember reading a book by Dr. Seuss that for me, and in a simple way, sums up these last 13 years and what is ahead for each of you. It goes like this. You have the brains in your head. You have the feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, but you are one who will decide where you go. Isn't that true and important to know that you are the person who will decide where you go in life? Not your parents, not even your best friends. For you are in control of your actions when it gets to the end. Don't think you know it all, or you have no room to grow because your 3-pound brain, and that's not a put down, that's an average size in pound, still have much to grow. So okay, enough with the Dr. Seussisms. But the fact is, your brain is still developing, and that frontal lobe, which is in charge of overriding emotion with reason, has tremendous opportunity to fine-tune those emotions that will cause you to be surprised and hypersensitive to criticism. Knowing that you now might take feedback personally and magnify certain events to enormous potentials. What you learn and experience in your 20s becomes hardwired into your brain. And that has the potential to change how you will react to success and failure along with the ups and downs in your life, including valuable criticism. Arthur Jeff Colvin studied what it really took to be successful in life, and he authored a book entitled Talent is Overrated. The premise of that book was that people are not born with all the natural talent and abilities that will make them great in life. Mr. Colvin found that aside from some physical attributes that might give an athlete an advantage in particular sport, everyone can achieve world-class performance through deliberate practice. That practice in his or her chosen field, whether it be business, music, sports, medicine, auto repair, it really doesn't matter. In his book, Mr. Calvin debunks the commonly held belief that Tiger Woods and Mozart were simply born with the innate ability to excel in golf or music composition, and argued that any one of us may have been great in either of those fields. Tiger Woods himself stated, "Golf for me was an apparent attempt to emulate the person I looked up to more than anyone, my father." Asked to explain Tiger's phenomenal success, both father and son always gave the same reason: hard work. Mr. Calvin explains, drawing from several research-based conclusions, that the secret of success, deliberate practice, is designed, can be repeated a lot, requires constant feedback, is highly demanding mentally, and isn't much fun. He goes on to say, if it seems a bit depressing that the most important thing you can do to improve your performance is no fun, then take consolation in the fact it must also be. If the activities that lead to greatness were easy and fun, then everyone would do them, and they would not distinguish the best from the rest. The reality that deliberate practice is hard can even be seen as good news. It means that most people won't do it. So your willingness to adopt to the use of deliberate practice will distinguish you all the more. In a former issue of Forbes magazine, contributor Jason Nazar listed a number of things that each of us can do to assure success. I'd like to list just a few of those items, things that coincide with Mr. Calvin's book, Talent is Overrated. 1, be the first in and the last to leave. I give this advice to everyone starting a new job or still in the formative stages of their professional career. You have more ground to make up than everyone else around you, and you do have something to prove. There is only one surefire way to get ahead, and that is to work harder than all of your peers. 2, don't wait to be told what to do. You can't have a sense of entitlement without a sense of responsibility. You'll never get ahead by waiting for someone else to tell you what to do. Saying nobody told me this or nobody gave me directions is a guaranteed recipe for failure. Err on the side of doing too much, not too little. 3, take responsibility for your mistakes. You should be making a lot of mistakes in your future when you're in the early parts of your career. But you shouldn't be defensive about the errors in judgment or execution. Stop trying to justify any mess-ups. You're only going to grow by embracing the lessons learned from your mistakes and committing to learn from those experiences. 4, you should be getting your butt kicked. Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada would be the most valuable boss you could possibly have. This is the most impressionable and changeable stage in career development. Working for someone that demands excellence and pushes your every limit every day will build the most solid foundation for your ongoing professional success. And 5, I think the most important, especially nowadays, your reputation is priceless. Don't damage it. Over time, your reputation is more valuable than currency. It's an invisible key to either opens or closes doors of professional opportunity, especially in an age where everything is forever, recorded and accessible. Your reputation has to be guarded like the most sacred treasure. It's the one thing that once lost, you may never get back. It took a lot of hard work to get here today. I hope you'll choose the path of hard work and deliberate practice to get to the point of greatness at whatever or wherever you want to be in the future. If you remember anything from the last 13 years, remember Dr. Seuss. You do have the brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction that you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where to go. Congratulations to the class of 2015, a class in which each of you has the ability to be individually great. Congratulations.
Well, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Ready?
Mr. Del Moro, have the students here met all of the requirements of the state of New York for graduation from high school? Yes, they have. In view of that statement, I now would like all of the 2015 graduates to come and receive your diplomas.
Honor grad Rose Miranda Alexander. Honor grad Christy Tin Cheng. Honor grad Rebecca Nicole Colon. Honor grad Kiana Ariel Diaz. Honor grad Milton Kamar Dorcas. What did he say? I can't hear her. Honor grad Godfrey Mordecai Fenton. Honor grad Yifan Gao.
Oh, I'm next.
Honor grad Ashley Claire Gatteri. Honor grad Olivia Rose Gu. Honor grad Timothy Allen Haynes. Honor grad Timothy Francis Mandera. Honor grad Ramsey Marte. Honor grad Tatiana Alexis Montalvo. Honor grad Daniel Robert Mulick. Honor grad Kyle Patrick Garcia Pasia. Honor grad Munesh Ramdari. Honor grad Molly Elizabeth Siegel. Honor grad Kenneth Christopher Vargas. Honor grad Caroline Grace Woodward. I did. Vicenta Acevedo Ramos. Amber Alexis Leah Aguilera. Liba Assen. Nyla Taizina Modefani Eral. Andriana Aldaway. Aja Inam Allen. Lorena Esmeralda Alvarenga. Andrea Paola Alvarez. Ya Ando. Daniela Alexis Applebaum. Shivani Arjun. Andrita Cassandra Babb. Tamara Yolanda Badet. Alexis Lauren Burgess. Neomona Waikima Berry. Michaela Nicole Bentivolio. Evelyn Jennifer Blair. Dayla Shante Boyd. Emily Ann Brewer. Alize Monique Brown. Imani Noel Brown. Lindsay Paige Brown. Lydia Elise Brown. Ranceli Marie Berdier. Angelica Joanne Butler. Michelle Lynn Butler. Haiti Cabrera. Juliana Isabel Cabrera. Megan Therese Calcaterra. Ayana Yasmin Castillo. Cassandra Wanda Castro. Yvette Catano. Hanya Naomi Chagoya. Angel Elizabeth Chaparro. Vanessa Sid. Quatasia Clark. Abigail Nicole Conklin. Megan Elizabeth Coviello. Tania Dejanay Crum. Tiffany Amber Cruz. Fiona Michelle Curley. Erica Regine Custis. Tashay Davis H. Triana Davarin. Victoria Jasmine De Jesus. Ariana De Leon. Sierra Miranda Love DeVoe. Isabella Diaz. Maria Diaz. Dominique DeAndre Donaldson. Harriet F. Yum. Thea Ellis. Tatiana Emmanuel. Jasmine Escobar. Myronette Estevez. Mary Estrella. Mia Angelique Felix. Astrick Fernandez. Leilani Marie Fernandez. Celianne Nicole Figueroa. Luz Yasmin Garrido. Ashley Delmarie Foster. Kaylee Amber Francois. Laura Elena Friedberg. Anna Laura Galicia. Sarah Nellie Garcia. Vanessa Garcia Munoz. Cassandra Jade Garnier. Caitlin Marie Greer. Pamela Danielle Gendro. Gabriella Gibbs Chavez. Chanel Natasha Gillis. Kimberly Godinez. Naomi Gomez. Gabrielle Evelise Gonzalez. JC Marie Gonzalez. Natasha Gloria Gonzalez. Mina Alicia Guadalupe. Melanie
Alethea Gustave. Denicia Christine Gutierrez.
Shatanya Kayla Harvey. Shyla Hayes. Christina Marie Heredia. Destiny Dominique Hernandez. Kiara Hernandez. Omaris Angelique Hernandez. LaDonna Anae Hudson. Nicole Marie James. Shara Jean Gillis. Destiny Crystal Lachey Johnson. Najee Jalee Johnson. Felicity Francis Johnston. Brianna Monet Joyner. Lauren Arlene Joyner. Tara Kemp. Gabrielle Christina King. Ariel Christine Knapp. Naya Zakia Landries. Ebony Cheryl Laurie. Lisa Marie Lakorchik. Jordan Alyssa Lemulik. Terenia Ashley Leone. Aislinn Annette Lewis. Elizabeth Lokanoth. Nakia Chantel Long. Marielle Lopez Castro. Molly Jean Luchetti. Asia Monet Mack. Brianna Ashley Mann. Rose Marie Mannings. Alexandra Allison Marte. Courtney Renee McGinnis. Policia McKenzie. Nicole Aaliyah McKinney. Anna Carey Marino. Taylor Maya Miley. Olivia Marie Miller. Zaire Saini Catherine Mincy. Tatiana Mitchell. Alexis Brittany Mondesier. Mariella Elizabeth Monroy. Morgan Moore. Yashima Victoria Strider Moore. Jacqueline Morales Ochoa. Cheyenne Lee Morvillo.
Itzel Navarro Gutierrez. Alana Nicole Noriega. Rosa Marie Nunez. Najeen Nicole Oates. Regine Natasha Oates. Annaline Ochoa Herrera. Karina Olier Castillo. Jennifer Amanda Ordonez. Liliana Ortiz Campos. Tanya Abigail Ortiz. Vanya Palma. Jasmine Nicole Patterson. Sachet Shantae Perrier. Lori Pierre Paul. Christina Marie Policetti. Vanessa Prado Espinoza. Ebony Alice Quinones. Kayla Ann Quitola. Ileana Andrea Restrepo. Amanda Rivera. Ariana Rivera. Chantel Christine Rivera. Johnny Alexis Rivera. Marilyn Rivera. Noella Leanne Rivera. Brianna Rose Robbins. Carmen Jubicelli Rodriguez. Kendra Rodriguez. Maria Michaela Rodriguez. Noelle Lauren Rodriguez. Yemeleth Rojas. Dakota Lynn Roman. Alondra Romero Lopez. Jasmine Angelina Roots. Symphony Ross. Kalia Naite Rucker. Jennifer Saint Serin.
Daly Nadine Salas. Anais Simone Salamone. Alexandra Giovanna Sanchez. Jazelyn Viviana Sanchez. Ruby Sanchez Martinez. Kayla Sanducci. Brittany Nicole Santiago. Raylyn Brielle Santiago. Javon Danielle Scarborough. Rebecca Ann Segalini. Jacqueline Sepulveda. Alana Jade Serrano. Ariel Ricky Shomo. Jessica Louise Simmons. Chitra Devi Singh. Caitlin Asha Singh. Sarah Rose Skelton. Jennifer Rose Stoudemire. Elizabeth Lynn Stell. Jasmine Joanna Stout. Adriana Taboda Martinez. Brittany Lynn Tomac. Janet Tapia Cabrera. Leanne Yvonne Tawil. Rukija Tiana Thomas. Michaela Gabrielle Thornton. Brittany Truly Timmons. Delia Klaksani. Kayla Grace Toro. Alma Luisa Torres. Hannah Lynn Tresh. Amanda Lashman Vasquez. Ashley Daniela Vasquez. Arissa Ashley Walters. Raven Walton. Kaylee Weinberg. Anya Alexandria Willisey. Yeah. Rochelle Alexia Williams. Brianna Nicole Woods.
Eddie Acevedo. Jay Mahesh Agarwal. Jorge Luis Aguiar Ramirez. Robert David Alexis. Andrew Allwood Jr. Francisco Eduardo Pinto Cordeiro Mendonça Alves. Gabriel Mitchell Ames. Edgar Anthony Animas. Kevin Osvaldo Anzurez. Rajendra Arjun. Elijah Armstrong. Simeon Raymond Barr. Juan Berrigan. Darius Lavon Bass. Diamond Lucky Bates Brown. Alec Battle Saunders. Evans Jamal Benich Jr. Seth Chandler Blumenau. John Steve Borber. Anthony James Barrero. Frank Howard Brown. Shamel Malik Brown. Joseph James Brownstein. Joshua Marquise Buckner. Shaban Anthony Burton. Matthew Calderon. Carlos Alberto Campos. Nichi Andri Cantave. Orville Onel Caraballo. James Edward Cartwright. Raymond Case Jr. Augustin Cassis Jr. Pedro Fernando Castellan Guevara. Elias Cerusi. Parker John Christner. Michael Brian Clark. Rakeem Matal Clark. Matthew Colon. Ruben Ramon Colon. Anthony Gabriel Condi. Fabio Contreras. James Austin Cassetti. Thomas Delaney Costello. Kayshawn Curry.
Robert Michael Dean Jr. Daniel R. Deaver. Leonardo de la Luz Gonzalez. Leo Delgado. I'm waiting. Jesus Emmanuel Del Valle. Majid Hussan Dean. Anthony Michael Doolittle. Jordan Jamal Doyen. Isaiah Jamel Duncan. Matthew William Duzick. Sorry, Rich. Zachary Taylor Edwards. Angel Encarnacion. David Jr. Espinal. Demetrius Farrow. Samuel Anthony Ferrer. B-man. The B-man. Jonathan Xavier Figueroa. Always do. Brandon Finley. Brian Frazier. Austin Robert Galarza. Edward Garcia Jr. Benjamin Nicholas Janender. Sejan London Gibbs. Eamon Derek Gillespie. David James Girodi. Joseph Rooney Holt Jatari. Bruno Esteban Gomez. Brandon Michael Gonzalez Patton. Felipe Fabian Gonzalez Rocha. Dylan Xavier Goodlet Rodriguez. Aaron Taylor Goodwin. Paul Aaron Green. Hunter Chris Grogan. James Bernard Golston III. Charlie Jin Guao. Andy Santos Gutierrez Garcia. Brian T. Jumpo.
Janoy Hamilton. Justin Tyler Hammond. Sorry. Isaiah Jake Harris. Ramel Haynes. Eric Henriquez. Ezekiel Hernandez. Juan Luis Hernandez Ramirez. Dylan Thomas Hill. Christopher Houston II. Manolo Azar Marin. Marquise Joseph Jackson. Anthony James Jennings. Jordan Ray Johnson Walter. Brandon Troy Johnstone. Say it again. Shane Edward Keller. Say it again. Noah James Kruger. James L. Laguerre. Eric Leal. Joseph Edward Leo. DeAndre Kaishon LeBird. Yes. Siobhan Nathan Lloyd. I can't. I would love to. Rolando Lopez Rivera. I can't do it. I would love to. Saul Elias Lopez. Right in the locker. Mark Luchetti. Francisco Miguel Angel Malave. Drew Stephen Manis. John Michael Maniscalco Jr. Mark Anthony Marcano. Ask him if it's Marchese. Marchese? Yes, I got it. Nicholas John Marchese. Matthew Jeremy Mark. Wesley Giovanni Marte. Just D'Angelo Martin? D'Angelo Martin. Daniel Benjamin Martinez. Raymond Albert Martinez. Christian Manuel Matos. Daniel Jordan Mendoza. Jesus Manuel Mendoza. Brian Meza. You got this. Ivan Daniel Mieses. Yeah, thanks. Ramon Miranda Jr. Did I do that wrong? Carlos Joshua Morales. Guild Brian Morissette. James Philip Diami Musamichi.
Anthony Isaiah Corey Nicholas. Draven Andrew Nieves. Devondre Adonis Didron Nesbitt. Andrew Paul Norton. Brandon Edward James Nugent. Oscar Eduardo Nunez. Daniel Joseph Nunez. Jonathan Olivares. Roxer Padua. Dion Palmer. Nicholas Robert Parodies. Darnell Kasim Parkinson. Colin Michael Parrington. No middle name. Elias Pereira. Brendan Martin Perez. Cleveland Perez. Jeffrey Ricardo Perez. Johannan Perez. Jerome Trayvon Philippe. Tyalen Roman Pickett. Daniel Pierre. Gotcha. Francisco Antonio Pluas. Osni Arod Palanco Magana. Damian Michael Polchinski. Carlos Ponce. Eric Jose Quintana. Samuel Luis Ramos. Aaron Ray. Dominic Nicholas Reyes. Isaiah Reyes. Jason Tyler Ramo. Cesar Eduardo Rivera. Efren Jr. Rivera. Justin Angel Rivera. Tucson Roberts. Justin Robledo. Alex Rodriguez. Frankie Omi Rodriguez Jr. Jonathan David Roman. Kevin Francisco Romero. Jonathan Narendra Rupchant. Pedro Alfonso Rosales. Vincenzo Rotundo. Dominic Joseph Russo.
Joshua Jefferson Saintville. David Antonio Santana. Skylar Shoughton. Wyatt Sebastian Shakespeare. Tyler Sherman. Vincent Cecilia. Dylan Sierra Guiza. Dante Simmons. Kelly Simmons Jr. DeWong Singletary. Marcus Lawrence Small. Denzel Travis Smallwood. Tyshawn Anthony Smith Jr. Deshaun Straub. Carl Thomas. Shaquam Thorpe. Fabian Toro. Devian Torres. Hector Nicholas Torres III. Danielle Torres Martin. Kenneth Daniel Trujillo. Austin Valley. Justin Valley. Christian Noel Vasquez. Kenneth Noel Velez Milan. Jose Luis Villar Flores. Samuel Isaiah Villegas Carrion. Denzel Troy Wall. Dante Jarrell Walter. Devin Michael Whitby. Christopher Ray White. Deontay Williams. Michael Williamson. Ori Young.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Elizabeth McKean to the podium. Hold on.
Graduates, please stand. Okay. Now that you have received your diplomas indicating you have met all the requirements for high school graduation in New York State, I invite you to visibly show that recognition by moving your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. Congratulations!
Congratulations, graduates, to the class of 2015.